the biggest trends hitting TikTok right now is cash stuffing. Somehow, this notion of budgeting and saving money by ditching plastic to pay your expenses in cash is actually trending big time with over 400 million views. So we asked KSL consumer investigator Matt Gephardt, can this really help us bust inflation? And this is a fascinating concept. I've watched it on TikTok. Yeah. And I think it could work for some.
Absolutely. Tangible people, right? If it's something that maybe you need to see it in order, it's not necessarily a new concept. It's basically just a new name for the old idea of taking the money that you get, actually turning it into cash and putting it in an envelope so that you can maintain certain expenses. But is it really the best way to budget in 2022? You ask KSL investigators.
At the moment, it's pretty hard to escape the phenomenon of cash stuffing.
And I'm going to stick $15 into that envelope.
With excited, budget-minded millennials and Zoomers sharing tips all over social media. But it is a practice that actually goes back generations, says financial planner Shane Stewart.
Part of the draw of this cash stuffing is having your hands on something tangible.
Basically, you stuff money into different envelopes based on categories you want to budget for. The idea is that physical cash helps you visualize what you're spending, making it easier to take control and not overspend.
It does come with some limitations and some problems, but I recommend it for people who are really having a struggle in a certain category. I would use it for that purpose.
Stewart believes cash stuffing is more practical for variable expenses like gas, entertainment, and dining out. But people may find it harder to do with fixed costs like mortgages, rents, and car payments. For one thing, many of those are paid online these days, plus paying cash means frequent runs to the bank or ATM.
And if you add extra steps, you're adding friction, as we call it in the behavioral finance world. You're adding friction or pinch points that could go wrong.
2 more pinch points. You don't earn any interest while keeping cash in envelopes. And it's, of course, risky, not just because of theft, but imagine if you lose an envelope stuffed with $500. If you can't find it after tearing the house apart, it may be gone forever. Still, Stewart says setting a budget for yourself is always a good idea.
If you're not doing it and this is a way you feel like you will do it, I'm a big proponent of whatever works for you.
Sure. Well, it's an old premise in 2022. Using cash will not always work, of course. There's lots of places that are going cashless. You can't use cash on planes. You can't use it over at the Vivint Arena. Last month, I bought a T-shirt at a concert. When I pulled out my credit card, or cash, I should say, they said, nope, sorry, we can't take that. We're cashless here. But, if it helps some people get out of debt, if it helps you see it, well, why not?
Some people, you really just you need it right in front of you, and I get that.
I only have $6 in my envelope. I guess I'm not going to that $8 movie.
I guess not.
It just helps you.
Interesting. I just love that these folks think that they came up with this idea when this is something our grandparents have been
Every TikToker thinks
way back in the day.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much. We love the idea.